As long as humans have been alive, death has been a looming presence in the back of our mind. Most if not all religions have their own beliefs on the matter. May it be reincarnation, heaven and hell, purgatory, or just nothing at all. It is not a surprise that most people would like to avoid the reaper. It is not a surprise that people over the course of history have come up with the idea of immortality. The myth goes that if a person were to be immortal, then they would be immune to death itself. If they were shot, stabbed, beaten, poisoned, burned, crushed, or any other experience that would kill the average person, would not kill the immortal. What this means exactly is uncertain. Possibly the person regenerates so quickly that death cannot keep up. Maybe the person stays young forever. Or maybe the person simply cannot die. They can still age and get hurt, but death never sets in. The specifics of a person's immortality changes the scenario greatly. The version that seems most wanted is eternal youth and impervious to damage, so that is what we will explore. So let's say that you wake up and a genie tells you that he has granted you immortality. He tells you that death is now not an option for you, and the age that you are now is what you will stay at for the rest of eternity. Would you be happy? Maybe you would at first. Immortality does not sound half bad. You can do anything you may have been too scared to do when you were mortal. How about you go skydiving without a parachute? Why not go bungee jumping in the Grand Canyon? Go scuba diving down to the Marianas Trench. The pressure won't injure you, and you can stay down as long as you would like, since you won't drown and you don't need to eat. You have all the time in the world to do these things, so why rush? Why not lounge around your house eating junk food and playing video games for a couple decades? It's not like you'll die from heart attacks. Also, let's say for the sake of argument, your body will stay in healthy physical condition no matter what you do. No broken bones, no sickness, no burns. Your muscles won't instantly grow to that of Olympic-level strength, but they will never be weak. The only thing that is your drawback now is pain. It would hurt to skydive with no parachute. It would hurt a lot. It would be excruciatingly painful to scuba dive in deep depths because of the intense pressure. So let's say that you decide to lead a very docile life for now. You still eat, but only to avoid hunger pains. You still sleep because you still get tired. For the first few years everything will seem to be normal. Maybe even the first few decades. The reality of your situation will first start to set in once your first family member dies. Then another. Then another. Soon all of your immediate family will have died, but you are still the same age. Soon you will witness the death of your kids. Then their kids and their kids, and so on. Soon you will lose track of who you are related to, since there will be so many generations that are going by that family has no meaning to you. You will start to feel truly alone in a world full of your relatives. Now humanity will start to change, and if you want to keep up, then you will have to constantly change with it. You will see an unimaginable amount of trends go by that if you aren't careful you will be behind the times by decades and centuries. This will lead to more isolation and depression. Humanity will not just mentally change but physically as well. If we brought someone from 150,000 years ago to today, they would look very different from people of today. Now when you live 100 million from today, you will look like an alien from a different galaxy to the people of that time. You will get more and more alone as time goes on. Although, that will be the least of your problems later into your eternal torment. For now, let's turn our attention to outer space. If humanity establishes colonies outside of Earth, then you will have avoided the problem of the sun. If humanity wipes itself out, or we never get off of Earth or this solar system, then you are in for true torture. In around 5 billion years, the sun will become a red giant, engulfing all of the planets in the inner solar system. If, for some reason, humanity can't stop this event from happening and you are still in the solar system 5 billion years from now, you will get sucked into the sun. While everything else gets burned by the sun, you will still be alive, falling towards the center of the sun. Hopefully you will get numb to the pain because you will experience the heat of a star for billions of years. Then after boredom and pain beyond your comprehension, the sun will eventually explode in a supernova, becoming a nebula. Now your eternity begins. You will float in space until the heat death of the universe. Better get used to eternal suffocation, hypothermia, dehydration, starvation, and many other horrible things that come with floating in deep space forever. Hopefully you do not drift into more stars or worse, black holes. This is the bad ending with immortality. If humanity fails you and you can't escape the solar system in time, then the sun will become your new hell for billions of years and eventually spit you out to float endlessly in the infinite cosmos. Let's say that this does not happen. That humanity can either stop the sun from expanding or master interstellar travel. You will cruise with humanity throughout the cosmos as not the prisoner but the warden. As long as humanity lives, you will live. You'd better hope that human drive is as eternal as you are, since eternity is lonely alone. Hopefully humanity is never taken over by evil AI overlords or another alien civilization. If those new rulers are malevolent and enslave humanity, then be prepared for living thousands or possibly millions of years in slavery. Let's say that never happens. You stay free and happy all the way until the universe dies of a heat death. Humanity will most likely be living forever in virtual realities so real that you forget you were ever cursed with immortality. That is the good ending for being immortal and highly unlikely. If the genie all those years ago gave you a choice between living a mortal life or an immortal one, then definitely choose leading a mortal life. A good ending is almost impossible to achieve. Humanity will have to survive a Google years, which might as well be forever in the terms of human perception. You will also have to survive this long and live happily. Every single person you will know will die, and once you have lived a billion years, the span of a human life will be nothing compared to the time you have experienced. You will most likely spend your eternity floating through space in constant mental and physical pain. If you are unlucky enough to fall into stars or black holes, then for long stretches of your eternity you will get a taste of hell. A place you will only dream of. Once the heat death of the universe sets in, you might never see anything again. If this universe is the only one that will ever be, then you will forever be alone and in constant pain. It is hard to imagine what forever is, but you will know. You and you alone will experience true horror and torture. Next time you are enticed about the prospects of living forever, then you'd better think twice. What awaits you is an eternity of pain and suffering only you would know of. It is all fun and games at first, but the finite lifespan of the universe is practically zero in the face of immortality.